Ladies and gentlemen, what is up and welcome to today's video where we're going to be having a little bit of a chat about two things. Firstly, we're going to be chatting about the announcement that just landed today about Chaos Rifts, which are essentially kind of slightly different dimensional rifts, which seem pretty cool. And then also we have the Alliance Quest mini-bosses and Sentinel change, which, I'm not super happy about, but we'll talk about that and give some of our perspective on that when we get around to that. But first and foremost, ladies and gentlemen, we have the fresh, spicy new information about Chaos Rifts, which are going to be landing on March 26th, so only a few days' time till these land, and they're going to be available until April 25th, so they're not going to coincide with the launch of their next month's event. It's going to be like halfway toward the tail end of the month, but this is, I think, all around kind of some of the Infinity War stuff that is going to be happening. But yeah, they seem pretty exciting. Essentially, they look to be the same concept as what Dimensional Rifts were in the past. So if you weren't playing the game when Dimensional Rifts are about, and it's been about 13 months since we've seen Dimensional Rifts in the game, if you want to have a little bit of an idea of what to expect, just type in like Master Dimensional Rift, and you can have like a little bit of an idea, but there is some stuff that has changed with the introduction of Chaos Rifts. So all throughout the month, from March 26th until April 25th, there are going to be various ways to get Chaos Crystal Shards, and essentially it seems to work exactly the same as Dimensional Rifts do, where it takes 10,000 of these shards to open a Chaos Rift, and there are 4 different tiers of Rift, and there are all different ways to get the shards. I imagine there's going to be a lot of them tied into whatever monthly event quest we see next, so I'm a little bit interested to see that. So, you enter the Rift, and then you have an hour to collect the prize. There are only 5 opponents in it. So if it works in the same way it did last time, you fight like one opponent, and then you'll go to kind of a random spinner. And then you've got like all of these different paths with all the various different rewards on. So yeah, the rewards, ladies and gentlemen, which are the very interesting thing to have a look. And also the cool thing about this one, now that drop rates for anything related to cash or unit purchases needs to be made public. We've actually got the drop chances and chance to get every single thing and every single rift clearly displayed out. So I think we'll start on the T4 Rifts, or the T4 Quest, which are the really exciting ones. So you got the 5-star Crystal Shards, you have a 20% chance to get 1,000, a 20% chance to get 2,000, so yeah, 40% chance to get a fairly small stack of 5-star shards, but if, again, these fragments are associated with stuff that you're already doing on a daily basis, hey, this is a pretty nice bonus by itself. Then we got, a 15% chance, or a total of 30% to get Tier 2 Alpha Catalyst fragments. And yeah, there really isn't a huge stash there. The Dimensional Rifts before, they had a chance to get a fully formed T2 Alpha Catalyst, and this one does as well, but there are also quite a few more fragments about in this Rift, so that's okay there. But then we get into the much more exciting rewards here. So you have a 4% chance to get a fully formed 5-star Champion Crystal, which I hope is, something that I pick up on either one of the accounts. It's probably going to be the free-to-play account, man. We always get so lucky on that. But one of the really cool new additions is they're actually adding in the featured 5-star Hero Crystal, which, to be honest, actually is, for the majority of people, arguably a little bit less desirable than getting the basic 5-star one, because, if it's the current one, you don't have any of the god tier 5-star champions in there, like your Blade, your Starknaut, Spider-Man. I know a lot of people are after those characters, but hey, if you get that from Rift, it's certainly a lot better than 1,000 5-star shards, we'll put it that way. So yeah, you've got a 6.5% chance total to get a fully formed 5-star character, which is alright, doesn't seem too bad there. And also, you got a 10% chance to get T4 Basic, 10% chance to get T4 CC, and also a 2.5% chance to get a 5-star Awakening Gem there, and yeah, off the first 2 rounds of Dimensional Rifts, we got, we got 1 5-star Cosmic Gem from each one of them, so yeah, wasn't too bad at all. And then finally, you got a 1% chance to get a fully formed T2 Alpha. So overall, I'm just really excited for the Chaos Rifts. I really hope that we can get lucky on them, and if it it's kind of like the previous ones, standard stuff to expect is that there's going to be some sort of unit-based offer toward the end of it. There also might be something included in some of the daily bundles. The fact that they have disclosed the drop rates does hint significantly that there's going to be some sort of purchase related into getting additional shards in these rifts, so that's always something to keep in mind there for the future, that there's going to be some cash offers up or unit-based offers. So yeah, it might be a pretty good idea to save up there. And also going back, just seeing what's offered on the tier 3 quest, so a lot of 4-star crystal shards there. What is it? Have they doubled up on that one? 4-star crystal shards, quantity 500, 17.5% twice, so yeah, don't know if that's intended or not. Then we got the 4-star crystal shard, 700, 4-star signature stone crystals, and you get 20 of those. That's not too bad, man. That's quite a nice stack. I think last time they were only like 5 or 10. I think it was 10 actually in the T3 one. So yeah, that's quite a nice stack there of 20. T4CC crystals, you got 10 of those. So that's going to be the equivalent to 20% of a fully formed. Not too bad. T4 basic, got a load of 5-star crystal shards here in the quantities of 600 and also 1,000, and also a 4-star awakening gem. So it looks like the tier 3 one, I don't remember that one too well, but it looks like the rewards have been jacked up kind of a nice amount. I swear you could get like 200, 300 4-star shards previously. So yeah, that seemed quite a bit better, especially in the lower tier ones. The T2 ones, we got 3-star crystal shards, just in varying quantities, not really too much hype there. T1 alphas, man. T1 Alpha's 15% chance to get that. Yes, please, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, there isn't really anything too exciting in the tier 1 or tier 2 ones, but it is always very, very important to remember that you do not want to open the crystals. The crystals aren't actually going to be available for 2 weeks, but the crystals are like a very, very bad idea, and you only want to open the crystals because they have a significantly higher chance to get like lower rewards. The rewards are a little bit of like a half a tier down, I would say. So yeah, if you can do the rift, they're exactly the same cost. You want to make sure that you can do the rift to get a chance at the much better rewards there. So certainly keep that in mind, ladies and gentlemen. Do not open the crystals. Do the rifts if you can. And really, they weren't too bad last time. And I think if they're around a bit of a similar difficulty, yeah, it's going to be about the same show there. And also another thing about the crystal rewards as well is they don't give additional shards for the kind of next tier up as well. So if you do find yourself opening the crystals, then yeah, you're just going to completely mess up a lot of your chances at big rewards this month, so it's not a good idea at all. Just to hammer that one home. But aside from that, it doesn't look like it's going to be too bad at all. Their difficulty is roughly equivalent to corresponding event quest difficulty, so yeah, it's going to be roughly the same as Master. I think there's going to be special free active and 50% power gain, so nothing really too special going on in that Master Mode Rift. And yeah, there's going to be an hour time limit on these rifts once you enter them. But aside from that, very, very similar to what we've previously seen in Dimensional Rifts. Now, what do we want to have a chat about? The Alliance Quest mini-boss and Sentinel Refresh, April 2018. I read this yesterday. I got pretty excited when I saw, I thought finally a new season of Alliance Quest has come around. So essentially, the stuff that's changing is mini bosses, their nodes, and also the symbiotes that we've had currently are being replaced with Sentinelloids, which you're probably quite used to if you've done the monthly event quest. And Sentinelloids, they're not too bad to fight, but I'd say Sentinelloids are quite a bit more difficult than the average symbiote. Like, symbiotes are so easy to fight for the most part. And also a lot of the bosses, especially when we're looking at kind of, currently we have Rhino, Mordo, and Cable, who a lot of people have ranked up champions to specifically counter those characters, and they've built various like AQ team rosters for dealing with like certain weeks. And I think that's one of like the biggest criticisms of these changes, because all they're changing is the mini bosses and also the Sentinels. They're not updating the rewards, not updating anything else at all. So I think they are, and they're kind of trying to argue that they're not really making it more difficult. That's why at this point in time, they're not increasing the rewards by anything at all. But I think just by changing it up, you know, there are progressing people with very limited options in their roster that maybe don't have the best counters at the moment. That, you know, we're doing fine running map 5 before. They ranked up champions to deal with the last 3 mini bosses, but now they've got Morningstar, Green Goblin, and Nightcrawler. And I think Nightcrawler is a lot worse than any mini boss that we have at the moment. Morningstar is okay, but you need a good Bleed Immune champion for that. And Green Goblin, he's a little bit of a pain in the ass, and because he's going to have recovery 100%, you're going to need a heal block champion. So there are 3 very, you know, specific kind of counters that you need to these, and to like not increase any of the rewards, I don't know. I feel like it's just a little bit tight, and they're kind of, you know, arguing that it's not increasing the difficulty, so why should we increase the rewards? And like, what's the specific quote there? We are working on a full refresh. We are not in a place or time where we can increase the rewards or fully refresh the mode right now. So I'm just kind of wondering, like, why have like this half-assed update to Alliance Quest, you know? And if you're gonna have something like this, just bump up the rewards a little bit. It doesn't need to be like, you know, breaking all the rewards down from scratch. It can just be a little bit of a bump to the glory here and there. You know, allow people a little bit more resource to choose exactly what rewards they want on a weekly basis, because they're changing stuff up, and people, you know, it's been a year and a bit, just under a year that the current AQ has been active, so a lot of people are very, very used to it, and I imagine the first like few weeks of this is going to be a bit of a tough adjustment for a few alliances. So to not have like any additional carrot on the stick to kind of motivate people and get them excited about these new AQ changes, I just thought was like a little bit stingy. Like, I'm not overly salty about it, but I thought, you know, it's just if you want to get people hyped about this change, or if you like, why bother making this change if you're not going to, you know, increase the rewards and like move the game forward into the future and make it a little bit more exciting. So yeah, I don't know. I don't really care too much for these Alliance Quest changes, but I just thought it was a little bit stingy that they just were not willing at all to increase the rewards. And this argument of like, oh, we don't really have time to do the full refresh now. Well, you know, you've changed all the mini bosses and sentinel nodes. How hard can it be to just increase some of the glory drop numbers? Not too hard, to be honest. Not too hard. I think you've just been a little bit stingy, lads. And then, yeah, finally in map 6, we have Void as the boss. I think Void, to be honest, is going to be, he's got unblockable finale, which I believe is every attack under 25% is going to be unblockable. I think Void is going to be a lot easier for people to deal with than Hyperion, but again, it kind of depends which champions you're running. But I think the main thing is a lot of people running map 5 and map 6, you know, it's bringing in different champions, and it's fine. It's fine for the people at the end game who have the really stacked rosters and they have the solution to absolutely everything, but it's a little bit of a kick in the dick for people who have, you know, limited rosters, limited access to various utility up there, and they're gonna struggle for absolutely no increased rewards. So yeah, that kind of sucks for some people. But yeah, overall, I'm really hyped about the Chaos Rifts. I think they're going to be amazing next month. Alliance Quest mini bosses and the Sentinel changes, they can go suck it, to be honest. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, what do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching the video today, guys, and listening to me ramble on about these very fun and exciting new changes. Hope you're all having a great week. I'm very, very excited for the San Francisco meetup tomorrow evening. It's going to be so good. We've been having a great time out here with Clan HQ, and I've been going out and just having an amazing time. And if you want to have a look on the second channel and see some behind the scenes stuff and vlogs and, you know, a little bit about what we've been up to and what's going on at Seatin Man of Poor Life Decisions on YouTube, or a link to the second channel will be in the description. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. Take care, smash that like button, and have an absolutely fantastic day.